Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to the Guild of Dungeoneering. So, we're going to be playing as the Drunken Sailor, George. And, Tharby Treasure, X marks the spot. Let's see how this class goes. Because I have, never used him, obviously. We just got him. So first and foremost, let's take a look. Rum. Oh, okay, so he's actually very similar to the other ones. What? Who's yelling at me? I don't know, some captain dude is yelling at me. But, I'm going off to go get a treasure map. It apparently wants me to get a treasure chest. Oh, the large chest. You get to the large chest. Let's see. Not entirely sure if this is going to work the way I want it to, but whatever. We'll just take a really circuitous route. It doesn't look like there's a time limit on this one. So, we got rum, which means we don't have... Oh, boy. We don't have tenacious. But if I'm on 1 HP, I will regain some. That said, this guy does a lot of damage. So it might actually balance itself out. Anyway, let's go with the rum barrel. Go from there. I'm not entirely sure how often I'm going to be using this character. Just because it does seem like his playstyle is a little bit, suicidal. To say the least. But I'm gonna give it the old call a try for at least this round. I really want to see if he has other attacks apart from just like crazy damage but extreme risk. But I guess he does have the nice little benefit of having a crazy amount of HP. I did buff it up by 2. I mean, you'd have to buff it up. You know, let's do fall over. Might as well block it when I can. Yeah, so it looks like the Drunken Sailor just does really heavy damage. Really heavy damage. I don't think I've seen a single 1 damage attack in his tableau yet. So I guess that is actually a pretty good setup. Let's see, Sparkly Headband, no Mail Coif, nope, Scimitar it is. Let's just keep stacking those 2 damage things. So he's more or less the Barbarian, just with, you know, a lot of different things. Whatever, he's not actually the Barbarian. Let's see. Well, this is not working out the way I want it to. You know what? Let's just put this down and hope that's a good fountain. It is. Fountain of Clairvoyance. Alright. Let's see. So we can fight a giant crab. It's tough, though. A gunner. Crab has 9. Merman has 8. Let's fight the gunner. I wonder if different enemies have different loot tables. I don't think they do. But that'd actually be kind of interesting if, like, the harder enemies were more likely to drop, like, rare items and stuff. That'd actually be really cool. Unlikely that it happens, though. Like, I don't think that's a thing, and it makes me kind of sad. Okay. So, yeah. I think I might retire the Drunken Sailor almost immediately just because the Ranger was much more interesting of a character. This is fun to work with, nonetheless. I wish that there would be... Oh, man. It'd be great if, the music changed a little bit to kind of fit. I mean, I'm thinking about it now, and it's like, you know, this game would be really funny if... let's do Fury. This character works perfectly with Fury. It'd be really funny if see, I'm gonna close my eyes for a second. I don't know who this guy is. Just kind of is talking to us. Because we're not getting any blocks that actually, you know, progress to the right, which is kind of a problem. But yeah, like I was saying, I really wish there was pirate music for the Pirates Cove DLC. I do like the music for this game, but I'm playing a pirate character in a pirate area, and there's no pirate music. It feels weird, and I don't like it. Niggling, I know, but still. Aim. Gain conceal for 1 round. Alternatively, just beat the tar out of him. Who cares about your conceal? I do so much damage, you're also predictable, which is kind of funny. It's like, I can't see what you're currently doing, but I see what you're going to do next. That's funny. Okay, all of these are useless. Come on, give me a tile. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? We're gonna go down this direction. Just in case. Do we feel like fighting a buccaneer, though? That is an interesting question. Well, first and foremost, we'll put the massive diamond down. And, you know what? I'm gonna give it a go. I've got Fury. She's got Fury. I've got more HP. It'll be a, A duel to the, I was gonna say duel to the death, duel to the pain. I'm gonna try and save as many of my, like, high damage cards here. Because once she's infuriated, it's gonna be a problem. But then again, I guess if I'm infuriated, it's going to be an issue too. Let's see, dice. Ooh. Fuck. I should have.
This is the guild of Dungeoneering, where Dungeoneers all come to die. One by one, they're disappearing. So now you should say your goodbyes.
Well, at least we got enough money to afford that that last upgrade there. But I think I'm gonna go back to playing the Ranger. I like the idea of the Drunken Sailor, but he's just a modified version of the Barbarian. And honestly, not particularly interesting gameplay either. Whereas Ranger definitely has like some depth of strategy in there that is fun to work with. It's just a matter of, oh, you know what? I bet that pirate guy that's talking to us is currently guarding the treasure. That's where it's coming from. I don't know. Either way, I just think the Ranger's more interesting, what with the quick strikes and whatnot. Okay, let's see. So she's gonna go down to that. Let's just do a camouflage. She'll go down next round. Like, look at this. Easy peasy. Then again, I guess we did two-shot the mermaid the last time we did this, so it's kind of a... I'm gonna say a trade-off, but it's really just like a tit-for-tat there. I have yet to determine which class would be better. Actually, you know, it would be really cool if this game featured like a training mode or something like that, where you could fight... other classes, so you could, say, pit two characters against each other. You know, I would love to see that happen. You know, just effectively AI versions of each class to fight each other, and then, head blow. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna have Fury, though. Please make me discard. Perfect. I would love to see kind of like which classes of each tier are actually superior to each other. And you could totally get that too. Like it wouldn't even be that hard. All you need to do is just have, you know, AI for each character go up against each other and then just do it 1,000 times and see which one turns out on top. So do we want Interrupt or do we want Bash and Slam? I'm gonna go with Interrupt. It's a little bit more effective here, even if it's kind of worthless. Come on, give me a level 2 monster. I got my battle on. Do I want to fight a parrot right now? I don't really want to fight a parrot. I'm gonna fight a parrot. This is probably going to go poorly. It's kind of one of those where it's like I've lost patience for some mysterious reason. But I guess that's not necessarily a bad thing. If I can kill this parrot, that puts me in a really, really good position. Okay, I just need it. Yeah, we've got this in the bag, no matter what he does. Yoink is kind of useless. Not gonna lie. Alright. I'll take it for the victory. Yeah, no, apparently parrots are actually pretty easy to beat, even if you're not exactly prepped for it. Okay, so we can go with Horned Helm, which gives us Blade 1 and Fury, or Cavalier Hat that gives us 3 levels in Crush. I want to go with... I'm going to go with the Horned Helm, just because Fury is kind of really useful. Okay, and do we get another parrot? The answer is no. We could try fighting another Buccaneer, but that just seems like an awful idea. It always does. Let's just fight a crab. Give it a diamond, whatever. Farm for equipment. Because every single time I come up against a Buccaneer, no matter like how effective I am, generally means nothing. I usually just get my ass kicked. See, tough. All block amounts increased by 1. Huh. Kind of works out to my favor. Well, not really. It doesn't work out one way or another, favor or not. Mostly works out to my favor because I've got, you know, 2 different types of attacks. That's one thing I do like about the Ranger. They do have they do have a mix of both magic and physical, though for the most part you're supposed to use physical. So as a result, ooh. Well, let's see. As a result, I can get around some of those things. I'm absolutely taking the broadsword here. I forgot broadswords are meant for crushing. Big swords are not for slashing purposes, weirdly enough. Okay, don't even care. We're gunning straight for this this treasure map. We'll just toss monsters down along the way. Ah, yeah. Historically, I'm just, I guess, addressing. Wow, I am frazzled. Let's see. Oh, this does me no good. So historically, you know how like kings and like big warriors are supposed to be running around with these massive swords, you know, just cutting people in half and stuff like that. More often than not, those big swords were actually meant for like crushing people's armor in, much like a hammer and stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure why they were used over like a large hammer or like a steel pole or something like that. I assume there's got to be a reason for it. You could lose ferocious, but gain yes. I'd have to look into the historical meaning, the historical like reasons for why big swords were used primarily over like large hammers and stuff. Maybe it's because they were effective down the entire length, whereas like hammers and stuff probably required a little bit more. I'm not even mastery. I don't know. I'd have to look this up. I really would. And I feel like I'm kind of just running my mouth meaninglessly here. This is gonna hurt. It's okay. He's already going down. We'll use camouflage. We'll use bleed, and that'll kill him. Unless his rum kicks in. It does. Huh. Good to know. Alright. Oh, that's okay. He does anyway. Beautiful. It was closer than I wanted it to be, but not the end of the world. Okay, so I can go with Tenacious, Repel, and Counter. Let's not do that. On the other hand, Dragon Scale seems absolutely worthwhile. Yeah, let's go with the Dragon Scale. The Dueling Buckler is tempting, but no dice. Unfortunately, this is one of those games where it's hard for me to talk about anything else but the game as I progress, just because it does require, you know, the tactical part of my brain is very demanding, and it's very hard for me to focus on anything but the game. Otherwise, especially in my, like, kind of weird-headed state that I've got going on right now. I don't know what's up, but I just feel like I'm thinking through cotton balls. I was at a car dealership / like repair shop, garage, I don't know. I was at a Honda dealership all day, waiting for them to repair my car, because somebody or something slashed one of my tires. Might have been a curb. And so I was there for like 4.5 hours just being like, can I go home now? I would like to go home now. There's stuff to do at home, like recording and stuff. And no, I was just stuck sitting next to a dude, you know, middle-aged business guy. Probably not too much younger or older than me. Who was snoring just uproariously constantly. It was pretty bad. It was really bad, especially because it was one of those where it's like, I'm in this situation where I can't just put on my headphones and crank up the volume, because they're gonna call my name and be like, yo, your car needs this, this, and this, and I, you know, of course have to address that. And so it's kind of one of those where it's like, well, I could just put on my headphones and just see if the dealership guy comes to, like, look directly at me. That seems like it would make the most amount of sense, but on the other hand, I don't want to, like, inconvenience him, so I was sitting there with, like, my headphone pointed directly at... let's just pierce him. My headphones, you know, the one headphone on the ear that was, like, pointed in his direction, so, like, it mitigated the snoring a little bit, but by the end of it, I was pretty angry at the dude, because it's just like, if you're a habitual snorer, go take a nap where it's quiet and nobody cares. Oh, X marks the spot. X marks the terribly inconvenient spot. Well, time to fight a buccaneer. Luckily, after a certain point, he left. leaving me there for, you know, another 2 hours in general blissful silence. I guess, admittedly, there was soap operas going on all the time because for whatever reason the secretary there really likes her soaps. Which I guess I can't really blame her for, but soap operas seem so just vapid and boring. It's weird. I don't understand television. I really don't. Now, this is Swift, but it doesn't actually give me... Did I heal one there? Shouldn't have. That's a lot of numbers. I really do not like Buccaneers. They are not friendly. They are not friendly. Ooh, Coat of Thorns. Not useful for me, given the situation, but... Like, the Scale Mail's 2 HP is tempting, but... Flame Lash, Fire Blast, Counter, and Brace are all good skills. So I guess I'll just keep taking the gold. Come on, give me a card that lets me get to the wherever. Yeah! Okay, there we go. It has a parrot on it. Well, I might as well do that. So why do I keep throwing down these monsters even though I'm fully equipped? Seeing as that somebody's probably wondering that. I get more money the more monsters I kill. By a substantial amount, too. I'm just gonna repel. It seems like a waste. Yeah, that was a waste. Whatever. But, I keep attacking these enemies because it gets me more money. Like, every monster I kill is worth, like... I don't know. Equal to its level or slightly less. I'm not entirely sure. But effectively, the more enemies I kill, more money I make. Pretty much that is it in like basic form. Now, no, I don't want to get rid of. Nope. All of these are useless. That said, I'd probably be better just kind of beelining for the enemies once I'm fully geared and don't have to worry about anything. 'Cause honestly, it's kind of a drop in the bucket as far as like funds go, which is kind of a shame. Let's do a counter. Because what am I going to make? Maybe an extra 20-30 gold from clearing this dungeon? Whereas if I clear the chapter, it's like, oh, here's like 6,000. Have fun. I don't know. That's kind of an interesting balancing act in and of itself. It's like, do you really even want to farm? Do you care? Should I care? I mean, I probably don't. I've got all of the equipment. I guess the next thing to do would be to unlock some new classes, which could and would be fun. These are all useless. And there's our large chest. Okay.
Well, this is really just quite surprising. Aren't Dungeoneers just cannon fodder? But against all odds, they keep surviving. They're so dumb. Why even bother?
Well, I guess we did make actually 73 gold from killing all those monsters. So, I mean, yeah, drop in the bucket by this point, but that's actually that's not bad. That was half my income purely from that. Admittedly, if we go look at Expand Guild, things that we want to buy. Actually, wow, we've pretty much just stacked out the loot tier, the loot tree, and nothing else. I should probably look into getting, like, have I even ever used the Alchemist? I have no idea. I've used the Mathemagician. He was garbage. I don't know if I've used the Cartomancer, though. I'd have to check it. We've used the Most Holy Grail Knight. So yeah, I think next up... Wait. What? Well, that's just confusing. I've been playing as Rangers, but I haven't unlocked them yet. How did... What? Wait, okay. Which one's the Ranger? So we're looking for Ingoem, who's right here. This is it. What? Weird. So apparently I've got an archery range, but I don't have an archery range. I don't know how this happened. I really don't. That said, we might end up having to put down two. I guess that money farming is actually going to be worthwhile, because I'm going to need to buy the archery range before I can unlock the Troubadour. Because I have no... Troubadour? I don't know. But I'm going to have to put that down before I can do anything else. Well, I'm gonna have to get the ranger before I can get the troubadour, because that's, I think, the only tier 3 class I haven't played yet. I don't know, let's go back to the main menu for a second. Let's do load game. It's glory 521. There we go. Which ones have I not unlocked yet? Oh, apparently I did unlock the troubadour. The only one I haven't unlocked is the Crone's Mind. Who cares? So I must have at least unlocked one. No idea if I used it though. I should probably go back and check my old footage if I was smart. Also, I have no idea. Oh right, because I accidentally laid down the class that was supposed to be here. Whoopsie. Okay, well, either way, bit of a short episode. Only managed to get what, one dungeon done. I guess we did try the Drunken Sailor, and I was going very slow there, because I kept getting stuck. But yeah. So I'll see you guys in the next episode of Guild of Dungeoneering, where we will, well, re-unlock the archery range. I don't even know why that isn't. And who knows? We might actually get lucky and unlock a new class, because I know there are several more like pirate-related classes we can unlock along the way here. So maybe we'll get a actually good one. Because as much as I like the Drunken Sailor, the self-harm aspect of it got really, really problematic. What with the, you know, dying and whatnot. So, I'll see you guys then, and as always, thanks for watching.